Namaste and welcome. My name is Lilia. Today we'll be doing a mini class on the theme of rooting and reaching. So I invite you to find a comfortable seated position on your mat. Take a few deep breaths naturally. Allow your spine to straighten. Allow the top of your head to reach up into the heavens. And find where your sits bones touch the mat. And imagine your body rooting into the earth beneath you. As you breathe in, tuck your chin slightly and find Ujjayi breath, allowing the breath to resonate in the back of the throat as you breathe in and out. Notice how the breath fills your body. Notice where it comes in, where it wants to rest. Does your belly fill? Does your chest fill? Do your shoulders lift? There are no right answers, just observations. Continue this warming breath, filling your body with nourishment. And continue imagining the top of your crown reaching into heaven and the bottom of your sits bones rooting into the earth. Imagine the roots of your body reaching deep into the warm, moist, nourishing soil of the earth and pulling nutrients up into your spine, up into the brainstem and into your brain, allowing those nutrients to nourish your brain, nourish your mind, and move through the entire neural network of your body. Rich, healthy nutrients coming up from the earth into your spine and into every nerve of your body. As you imagine those nutrients feeding you, also envision the crown of your head opening to receive the light and the love from above and nourish your cells with unconditional love and peace. Like warm water pouring over your body, imagine that love coming down and soaking every part of your being, while that nourishing energy from the roots is coming up and feeding every part of your body. With that energy coming from both the roots and the crown, take a few more warming Ujjayi breaths, filling your lungs completely and emptying your lungs completely. Do you feel the energy that you're building? Take one more deep breath, and at the top of that breath, hold it for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release completely. And hold your emptiness for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently allow breath back into your lungs. And open your eyes as we prepare for movement. Come onto your hands and knees in tabletop position. Spread your fingers and imagine tiny little roots reaching in to the earth from each one of your fingers. Turn the eyes of your elbows forward. Position your knees just under your hips and your toes curled under, and imagine tiny little roots coming out of each of your toes also. In this position, let's find the breath again, allowing your belly to expand and relax towards the earth. And move your shoulder blades away from your ears so that your neck can extend, and slightly tuck your chin again like we did when we were sitting. And allow the crown of your head to open up. The spine should feel long and tall like it did in the sitting position. Press into the earth with your little roots coming from your fingers and your toes. Let your arms be strong as they hold up your torso, and your legs be strong as they hold up your hips. Let your belly relax as you inhale, and as you exhale, pull your navel into your spine to create strength. Gently open your eyes. Sit back on your feet. And come to standing in a comfortable way. Come to the top of your mat and find Tadasana. Here, we allow our feet to root us. Find the four corners of your feet. Move back and forth to feel where your stability is. Rotate your feet from side to side and lift your toes, and allow yourself to find that firm base. I invite you to come back to your breath and notice how your spine feels in an upright position. Lift your toes off the mat and then set them down one by one in a firm, rooted, but not clenching position. Allow your thighs to slightly rotate outward to create space for your hips to rest above your knees. Find your breath. Lift the crown of your head, slightly tuck your chin, and feel the rooting and the reaching in this position. The crown reaches skyward, and the feet root deep into the earth. On our inhale, sweep your arms up, open your eyes, and look at your fingertips. Exhale, sweep down to forward fold, and let your fingers touch the mat, and let your fingers remember the tiny little roots that you formed in tabletop position. When you inhale, look up, straighten your back, and as you exhale, step your legs back into plank. Here we root into the hands. Allow the palms to be strong and flexed. Allow your fingers to dig into the mat and feel the sponginess. Allow the roots from your palms to reach deep within the earth. Turn your eyes of your elbows forward. Let your shoulder blades come onto your back. Your abdominals are strong. You're pressing into your heels. Your toes and the balls of your feet are also deeply rooted. And on an exhale, lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale, press up into upward facing dog. The tops of the feet are rooted, the hands are rooted, and the forehead slightly reaches up to the heavens. Exhale, roll the toes under and press into downward facing dog. Find your breath and find your roots. The hands, the fingers, the toes, the balls of the feet, maybe the heels of the feet, all root deeply into the earth. The forehead reaches down and wants to root in. And the tailbone and the sit bones reach up into the heavens. Find your breath. Allow the heart to sink towards the earth also. Inhale and bring one foot forward and come into a high lunge. Feel the root of that front foot as it plants into the earth. Sweep your arms up. Let your fingers touch and look at your hands in crescent pose. Feel the rooting of the front foot on all four corners, and feel the rooting of the back foot in the ball of the foot and the toes. Feel the heart reach upwards and the shoulder blades root downwards, and find your breath here. Pivot on your back foot to root the heel at a slight angle. Extend your arms out parallel to the mat. Allow your shoulders to drop and sink further into your front foot. Root deeper in through that heel and root deeply in through the back foot heel. Reach your hands out along the horizon. Soften your gaze over your front hand. Find your breath and sit strong in your foundation. Drop your front arm, elbow to your knee, and sweep your back arm up over your head. Create a line from your top fingers down to your back heel. Feel that stretch. Feel that diagonal rooting and reaching, the strength in that back leg and the support in the front leg. Find your breath here. Take your top arm and reach straight up, and straighten your front leg and gently place your hand on your shin or on your ankle or on the floor. Turn slightly so that your heart opens to the front. Again, noticing the roots in your feet. All the corners of your feet are rooted strongly into the earth. And the reach of the top hand and the reach of the bottom hand. Bring your top hand down, come back into high lunge, and step your foot back and rest in downward dog. Spread your fingers, open your hands, let your shoulder blades come onto your back. Allow your feet to root, allow your tailbone to reach, allow your heart and your forehead to want to root into the earth. Bend your knees slightly and look between your hands. Gently walk forward and bend into forward fold. Sweep the arms up. Let the fingers touch and bring the arms and hands to our heart center. Step back with one foot so that you come into wide-legged stance. Turn the toes slightly inward, heels slightly outward. Feel the rooting on the outside of the feet and the heels. Lift the toes and lay them down one by one to feel the strength in the feet. Put your hands on your hips, bend forward, and bring your hands to the earth to allow rooting there as well. Challenge yourself to move forward on your feet rather than sinking back. If you don't have an extensive range of motion like me, by moving forward, it allows more stretch in my hips and in my hamstrings. Find your breath and find your roots. Allow your pelvis and your tailbone to reach, extending through the backs of the legs, up into the pelvis. Take a deep breath in and turn on your mat so that you're in the opposite high lunge that we started with. Breathe in and sweep your hands up into crescent pose. Let your fingers touch as they reach. Notice your feet and how they root. Notice your toes and any instability you might have. Imagine the power of your roots coming up through your legs, into your pelvis, and through your fingers. Now plant your back heel as you open your arms and you sink into that front leg. Reach your fingertips outwards along the horizon. Root your feet into the ground, into your mat. Let your pelvis drop and your tailbone reach down. Let your shoulder blades rest on your back. Let your gaze be gentle over your front hand. Find your breath. Notice your breath. Notice in your body where you feel tension, where you feel strain, where you feel pain, where you feel sadness. Allow your body to tell you what it needs to say. As you find your breath and let your mind quiet. Exhale and bring your front elbow to your front knee. Sweep your arm up. Look at your fingertips as you diagonally reach from your back heel to your top fingertips. Allow the energy and the power from your back leg to come up through your feet, through your heel, up through your leg, into your pelvis, along your torso, and out through your fingertips. Reach your top arm straight up, straighten your bottom knee, and place your hand on your shin, or your ankle, or the floor. Notice your roots. Do you notice the energy coming in through your roots? Open up your chest so that your heart shines forward. Sweep your top arm down, come back into high lunge, and step your foot back and rest in downward dog. Take some deep breaths here as you feel the active release of the strength of your legs and the active engagement, the strength of your arms. Feel your heart reach down. Let your head rest down. On your next inhale, come down to your knees and come to sitting with your legs out straight in front of you. Allow your rooting here to come from your sit bones and the strength of your legs pressing into the mat. Flex your feet, spread your toes if you can. Allow your feet to reach up, crown of your head to reach up, and place your hands next to your hips. Roll your shoulder blades down your back and find a straight, strong spine and straight, strong legs. On your next exhale, relax, reach out, grab your feet or your toes or your shins, and let yourself relax over your legs. And stretch out your hamstrings. Come to lying on your back. Bend your knees so that your feet are flat on the floor. And take one leg and cross your ankle over the other thigh. Flex your foot and press your knee away from your body. You can stay here, or you can lift the leg that's on the floor and wrap your arms around to bring your foot closer to your chest and create a more extensive hip stretch. Breathe into this and try to keep your sacrum and the back of your head as your roots. It might be easy to bring your sacrum up and round it, which can help with the hip stretch. But you can also pull your knee closer to your torso while keeping your sacrum rooted. Find your breath. Release your leg and switch sides. Flex the foot that's crossed over for more of a stretch in the hip. And remember to try to keep your sacrum rooted and the back of your head rooted. Release your leg. Allow both feet to come to the mat. Straighten out your legs and feel the weight of your body on the floor. Take deep breaths in through your nose, filling your belly, feeling your head, your shoulders, your spine, your hips, your hands, your thighs, your calves, and your heels, all rooting into the ground. Imagine your third eye, your heart center, your solar plexus, your sacral center, all reaching up into the heavens. Begin to notice your breath and notice if it's any different than it was when we started this practice. Is it softer? Is it deeper? Gently open your eyes just a little bit to allow a little sliver of light in. Wiggle your toes and fingers. Start to bring life back into the body. Move in a way that feels comfortable. Gently roll to your side and come up to sitting. Let's find that position that we started in, where our sits bones are rooted into the earth, our spine is straight, our chin is slightly tucked, and the crown of our head is reaching up into the heavens. Remember the feeling of the warm nutrients coming up through your roots and the soft, warm light coming in through your crown. Place your hands on your heart. Thank you for joining me today. Thank yourself for making time for you to nourish yourself. Thank you for this practice. Thank you for practicing with me. I wish you love and peace. Namaste.